Good afternoon. This is Dr. John Bennett. This is another in the series of the Neurosurgery TV online conference. This is live from Iraq. Today we have the honor of having Ammar Hadi Kadhim, MD, a neurosurgeon from Iraq. And he's going to talk about diving in the Rhoton collection today. We have a couple of panelists. Let's introduce them before we turn it over to Ammar. Welcome, Mohammed. Could you introduce yourself, please, and tell us what you do and stuff?
Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed. I'm coming today from Toronto, Canada. It's a pleasure to be with you here, and thanks for inviting me, Dr. Bennett.
Okay, and could you tell us about your background, Mohammed?
I finished my MD degree in the Netherlands and currently doing clinical research at University of Toronto. I'm applying also for a neurosurgery residency.
Okay, good luck. Slaven, how are you, Slaven, today?
Hello, everyone. I'm great here. I'm in Croatia. It's about 12 p.m. Midnight. So, I really wanted to see Dr. Ammar performing his presentation. It was well awaited. And of course, about my background, I'm a medical student at the University of Zagreb, where I'm a member of the neurosurgery students. We visit ORs and try to learn something about neurosurgery. I also have some participation in MedShare, where I'm enjoying this one.
Okay, Slaven, welcome, and please mute when we're not speaking. Okay, good day, Ammar. Welcome.
Okay, good day. How are you? It's my honor to meet you, to meet Mohammed for the first time, and Sloven. How are you? And of course, I'm sorry for the network issue that caused the delay of my hangout.
That's okay.
Okay. So I will talk today. I'll start with the sharing.
Okay.
This is the first slide.
Oh, very good.
Okay. We are going on.
Excellent.
Okay. Good evening. I'll talk about diving in Rhoton collection. Disclosures and copyrights. In fact, there's nothing to disclose, and all the photos shown, most of the photos shown, are taken from many sites online and are owned by the respective owners. And I do not claim any ownership of it or edition rights. And the purpose of the presentation is purely educational. It's not related to any commercial body. Is everything okay, Dr. Bennett?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, the goals of the lecture are to affirm the importance of the heritage of Dr. Rhoton to the neurosurgical and neuroanatomical community, and to show how to get benefit from this heritage and how to integrate it into the neurosurgical education and training curricula, and to show the importance of maintaining and supporting this collection to continue what Rhoton's team started. So if we want to talk about the Rhoton collection, in fact, there is the specific term, the Rhoton collection, that is a special site maintained by the American Association of Neurological Surgeons and the NREF. And in addition to that, I think that the big picture, in fact, is Rhoton collection plus what Rhoton published, papers that reach hundreds of papers, I think, and the books. There's one book as the main book, and there are other 3 books, and his words and life accomplishments, of course, his students, and even his instruments that teach about maybe 200 instruments or so. So this is the big picture of Rhoton collection that I will just talk about shortly. So regarding his books, there are maybe 4 books to consider if someone wants to know about his books. Are the Rhoton's cranial anatomy and surgical approaches, and the orbit and cellular region, microsurgical anatomy and operative approaches, color atlas of cerebral revascularization, anatomy, techniques, clinical cases, and atlas of the facial nerve and related structures. So you see this the first book is the well-known book, and the main book of, and it may be considered one of the best-selling books in the Rhoton collection in the neurosurgical community. That's the Rhoton's Cranial Anatomy and Surgical Approaches. It's about, in fact, this book is a collection of the complete 2000 and 2002 years of classic supplements of the well-known neurosurgery journal, which is the official journal of the Congress of Neurological Surgeons. So he was publishing several papers in the year 2000 and 2002, so it's well collected into about more than 700 pages in one book. And this book can be found on Amazon about recently $200. And there are more the three books are co-authors. There are other co-authors to cerebral revascularization, facial nerve, and the orbit. There are three books also related to Rhoton work. Now we want to talk specifically about the Rhoton collection. In fact, the Rhoton collection, and this is the site where we can find the Rhoton collection, http://rhoton.in/eurodb.org. It is maintained by the American Association of Neurological Surgeons and the Neurosurgery Research and Education Foundation. And the Rhoton collection, in fact, is a trademark registered to the NREF and to Dr. Rhoton. There's one restriction, in fact, that the Rhoton collection is a password-controlled web application, and in fact, it is freely accessed by the members of the American Association of Neurological Surgeons. And in fact, it is intended to be free. The collection is intended to be free, available to any neurosurgical or neuroanatomical curriculum. But they kept it, as we understand it from the email we received when I received, as far as I'm a member of the American Association of Neurological Surgeons, so they send me an email about the collection and that I can have an access to it. So it's aimed to be freely available to the for study. But it's just in its beta version, I think, and it's developing still. Although it's very huge and contain many photos and several videos, but it is still in development. So to define the Rhoton collection per se, it is a web-based application. It's an online repository of Dr. Rhoton's teaching materials. 40 years of work, in fact, of Rhoton's work, and Rhoton and his team are collected in this site, and tens of thousands of slides are available. And we can see now it is about, when we search about 9,000 or 10,000 slides, and there are video lectures, and there is the interactive atlas. That's also a very nice application within the collection, and in fact, thousands of anatomical drawings by volunteers also included in the collection. So, is slides, videos, and interactive atlas in high resolution, in 2D and in 3D. This is the main page of the site. And we can see that it has a search function, it has the interactive atlas here, and lectures we can see here in video. I will speak more about that. So the goals of the Rhoton collection. The main goal of Dr. Rhoton's efforts is to increase the knowledge of neurosurgical, and this is what in his words, the meaning of he advances in his words, increases the knowledge of neurosurgical anatomy, thereby making surgery more accurate and safe. So the Rhoton collection is designed to make this as efficient as possible. We study, so in the words of Dr. Rhoton, he said, we study microsurgical anatomy to make what is delicate, faithful, awesome experience for our patients more accurate, gentle, and safe. The collection, in fact, the people behind this collection are Dr. Rhoton and several of his colleagues. One of the key figures, in fact, is Dr. Jeffrey Sorensen, who is a fellow of the American Institute of Neurological Surgeons, and he works in Sammy's Murphy Clinic in Memphis. And in addition to him, there are Dr. Rhoton fellows from all over the world. This is Dr. Rhoton, as you know him. And this is Dr. Jeffrey Sorensen. In fact, Jeffrey Sorensen, he's a key figure in developing the web application and in maintaining it, in addition to editing several of the pictures and uploading it to the site. At one time, there was some problem in the site, and I sent an email to Dr. Rhoton. He forwarded the email to Dr. Jeffrey. I told him about this just small glitch in the site, and he corrected it. So I understood from that Dr. Jeffrey is really one of the main figures in the collection, and we hope that he can maintain and continue to update the site to supply it with more and more of the collection and Rhoton work. And this is some of the students and fellows of Dr. Rhoton who shared their efforts to develop the collection. It's very nice, and they're wearing their 3D glasses. Who can benefit from the collection? As I said, the goal is to make the collection available for free worldwide. But at the time being, the collection site is password protected, but freely available to IFAANS members as part of the educational benefits of membership. Here's the email that we received in 2014 when they announced that the site is ready for use by the members. I received this email. They set up a username and password through which we can dive into the collection. And how we can use the materials for education. Slides can be downloadable in high resolution. They are very nice high resolution images in 2D and 3D, thousands of slides in fact. We can download and we can use in our slides and data show for educational purposes and for presentations, for publications or for media use, but it's not for commercial use. They have certain restrictions about commercial use. You should contact the authors about that. But they just want the credit must be given to the Rhoton collection, and watermarks may not be removed from the images or videos when we use them. And even during there is a direct presentation mode on the site itself, so that we can do lectures directly through the website or application. So, it is in fact available. The collection is available as a web-based application. It works better with PCs and Macs, but it can work with mobile. But still, it is in the development mode. So but still, it can work. But it's better to be done to be dived or to be served with PCs or Macs. And still, the site is in development. In some areas, it's still not included. Some options are not available for every slide. But still, it is a great collection, as we saw, I would say. And the question is, will it be always useful, or it will not be so useful for a long time? No, it's said that the collection will remain useful for many decades to come, and they resemble it with Gray's Anatomy. They say that Gray's Anatomy is still referenced after 100 years since 1858, and still it is an important resource for anatomy. So this collection will definitely be an important resource for neuroanatomy and neurosurgery. And as you know, anatomy is timeless. So one of the features is the video lectures. Video lectures, in fact, the video lectures of the Rhoton collection are 9 links on the site: anterior skull base 1, anterior skull base 2, approaches to the brainstem, cavernous sinus and middle fossa, cerebellopontine angle on fourth ventricle, jugular foramen, navigating the temporal bone, navigating the ventricles, and the notes for neurosurgeons. In fact, these video lectures mostly are available on YouTube in high resolution also. They are shared on YouTube and in the collection itself. In YouTube, as you can see here, it is found in the AANS Neurosurgery channel. Here, it's 14 videos available in each list. There are 14 2D and 14 3D. 3D anaglyph photos. Anaglyph, that's meaning it can be watched with a red cyan glasses. Regarding the videos, we will see that the slides can be viewed by, we have no options to view the slides, stereoscopy and 3D TVs. But regarding the videos, we have 14 videos, 2 in 7 in 2D and 7 in 3D, the same, 7 in 2D and 3D. This is in YouTube. In the collection, you can find 9, but in fact, mostly they are the same. You can also find this on iTunes. On iTunes, if on your iOS, you can download them for free in the IFAANS channel. As you can see here, this is if you have a Mac or iPhone, you can find it in iTunes U as education. You can download it for free. These movies, as Slavin did in his presentations and his lectures, he used a lot this, and it was great for him. This is how we can use it for teaching. It was great. So this is how we use videos. There's another very nice feature, that's the interactive atlas. This is very, very awesome. It is an interactive multimedia neuroanatomy atlas. It's web-based, also 2D and 3D slide presentations. And the interactive atlas, the idea is that, as you see here, these are the list of the interactive atlas subjects. Like, for example, this is the sphenoid, the ethmoid, frontal bones of the skull. And in this case, we can surf these, as we will see soon. We can surf the bone parts highlighted with every label. We can click on labels and we see the highlights within the same slide. Okay, we can see in the red labels here. These are available for viewing. The black still is not available for viewing. For example, the mandible, zygomas is still not included. And there is the atlas of surgical approaches. Not only this is anatomy, this is the surgical approaches. Here also, it still is in black. In fact, this is just putting the foundation for the surgical approach, but still it's not developed. In fact, there's no links to click here. But just it's shown that in the future, these should be active, and we can surf it properly in the interactive atlas. Okay. Here, for example, this is the sphenoid bone. I will show you on online. If we see the bony orbit, for example, I will show you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That's fine.
This is a very high resolution orbital picture of the orbit. You see this picture of the orbit. This is 2D.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's okay, clear. And
Yes.
here's the green. There's of course there's a detailed explanation of the bony structures. And every green, this is interactive atlas. So every green link, you can just click on it, and you see it's highlighted with the yellow color. It's very nice. The greater, this is the greater sphenoid wing. This is the lesser sphenoid wing. You see how it is interactive. You can interactively study it. It's very nice. And this is the optic canal. Or at the same time, you can click on the. I can just click on the structure, and we get here in the road. You see me? You see this red label below?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is very nice, although it is maybe not so much interactive, but it is very, very nice feature, the interactive atlas. And there are many parts of the neuroanatomy are involved in this. And the nice thing is that we can have a 3D image, and some of these pictures, I will go back and may show you some. Like here, the ventricles. I like the ventricles a lot.
Okay.
Because it's very nice. 3D of the ventricles is very nice. Where's the ventricles, arteries? Yeah, this is the fourth ventricle. Here, the menu here, I would like to explain it because this is where you decide what you want to see. You see this menu?
Yes. Uh-huh.
You see this is stereo,
Right.
anaglyph, and 3D TV.
Oh, okay. You can choose which one you want to see.
Here, for example, we use now, if you have an anaglyph, I click on anaglyph, and now it will be a picture that can be seen with the red cyan, glass. You see it is reloading?
Yes, it changed. Uh-huh.
Yes. Now if we put our red cyan glasses, we can see it in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have 3D glasses, Mohammed and
Just
Slaven?
no, I don't have it. Mohammed
Slaven
does.
does. I don't.
Yes, we have that.
Slaven is the only one.
I'm viewing it.
Slaven, do you have one?
Yes, I put them on.
Good. I will show you again. The orbit is very nice because you can see the depth. Now you see it is in 3D. You see the orbit in 3D?
Okay.
Yes, it looks really impressive. You can tell the depth.
You will see the depth. This is very nice. And in some slides, in fact, you really feel the importance of the depth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
Like the tracks, there are certain. I will show in a few minutes. Also, I will show you slides of the tracks, the white matter tracks. You can see it in 3D. It's very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the idea: is that you see, we have here the interactive atlas, different anatomical slides with interactively. You can know the each structure in 2D or in 3D. And even in stereo, and in if you have a TV, 3D TV, you can project them into the TV and see. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
So I will go back to the presentation so that I will tell other features and continue. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And this is the Hangout. We'll stop sharing. And I share.
Now you're off the screen share.
Okay. Now it's okay. This.
Okay. Yes.
So we explain about this.
Yes. You can sphenoid bone.
Yeah. And of course, there are other features like this one where we can view it in a slide directly in slideshow. It will enlarge the picture and we see it. And here,
Wow.
Here, you see, this is another slide with the interactive atlas.
Yes.
Here are the links. We click on them and you see them. Okay, the same idea as I told you. Yes, this is the nice thing about the interactive atlas. These are the functions that we have. Yeah, this is I enlarge the menus and put them together just to see. We have two things. We have how do you want to see the picture interactively? These are the three, the either off, that means 2D, or in stereo. Stereo, that means, if you know the meaning of stereo, means the two pictures, one beside the other, and see it with the stereo glasses, special stereo glasses, and the anaglyph with the 3D glasses, and the 3D TV through the 3D TV. This function, this is the download. Here you download the slide to your computer. You download it with 2D, or you download it with 3D anaglyph. You can download it with a 3D TV slide, or TV video, or stereoscopic projector. There are certain special projectors where you use double projector with special filters, and over a silver screen you can project very high resolution images from the collection. It's very great. I admitted one of these workshops during the conference in 2013 in the American Association of Intelligence in San Francisco, and it was very awesome to see these slides on projectors. Okay.
Oh, yes.
The other functions are related to putting some of the slides as favorites so that you can access them rapidly, and in addition to the account information. So the main functions here are interactive work on site and downloading the slides with different options so they can use it during your educational courses, to project your students or to study them during your personal study. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. There is another function. This is the search function. You know there are more than 10,000 slides. You can search on certain tags or certain keywords. In fact, it's not only I will show you here. Here, the search function. When you select search, it is not only the Rhoton collection. When we drop this drop-down list, show that there are slides from Gray's Anatomy. There are slides from the JNS Video Atlas of Operative Neurosurgery, and there are slides from the North American Society for Base of Skull. So there are not only, as I said, there are many people who volunteer to put slides on this collection to be very huge amount of material to study, and in 2D and in 3D, in fact. So it is really a big resource for anatomy, and need to be well known and used really in curricula. And it's even in the United States still is not used officially in curricula, and some use it and some not, and some are asking to really include it in the curricula as part of the curricula regularly. Yeah, you can see like this one. Sorry, this like this one, for example. If I search all of them, you select a keyword and you can find the slides you want, and interactively at the same time you see the structures. Okay. So this is how you can get benefit from the thousands of slides available. And about the 2D and 3D function, as I said, the videos can be viewed in 2D or in anaglyph 3D, red cyan glasses, and on 3D TV projection. And the slides can be 2D, 3D anaglyph, stereoscopy, projectors, or 3D TV. These are, the 3D anaglyph glasses. This is the one I have, and this is another one I have. Okay. They are in fact they are available and very cheap on Amazon. This is the plastic one. It's about maybe $3, not more than that. And the plastic one, the paper one is very cheap, less than $1. So it's not difficult to supply an educational and neurosurgical educational curriculum, and with these glasses, and the Rhoton collection is available and will be a great material for study, in fact.
Yes.
And there is this is stereoscopy. This is Google's Cardboard. If you know about it, this is through this Google Cardboard you can see 3D images loaded into your phone. This is an Android phone suitable for the use with Google Cardboard. This is one of the uses, and the other is this. This is double projectors. This is normal projectors, HD projectors, with these double filters, polarized filters. This will project the two images so that we can use the special also glasses to see it projected on screens for conferences or for lectures. Okay, this is another one.
Yeah.
And this is and in 3D TVs also. Okay, can project it. Yeah. Now, in addition to that, when the Rhoton collection is well built like this, they started. I will speak about two aspects. The first of that, the Journal of Neurosurgery, which is the official journal of the American Association of Surgical Surgery, in fact, start to integrate the Rhoton collection into its online version of the journal. Okay. Here I will show it interactively. I will show it on the site. It's better. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. So do you see me or see what?
Yes, I see you.
Yes,
We
we
see
see
you.
you.
Okay. I just want to show you this. You see, this is the anaglyph.
Yes.
This is the anaglyph, red cyan. You know it. And this is anaglyph 2. And this is for the projectors. As I told you, you may see these like these used in 3D cinemas.
Yes.
Is the 3D cinema is a projector. It uses polarized images, polarization. So you see, both are black, but they are different polarization. This is another way of projecting 3D. In fact, this is much better view than the 3D anaglyph, more clear. Ghosting is less. This is very, very nice figures you can see with this. Okay, and I want to show you the. In fact, the collection is also available on DVDs. This is a Blu-ray with 4 videos of the collection. I get it from. There was a Rhoton stand in the American Association conference. It is in Blu-ray, 4 very, very high resolution. But they are the same video. They are available on YouTube, but in high resolution.
Okay.
And regarding the integration, I talked about. I have to just open it in the other to avoid this error. I will open it again. Am I okay with the time, or I'm out of time?
Just we're seeing you say, yeah, we'll get it eventually.
Okay. Is it interesting?
Yes.
This is
Very interesting.
What a man! I didn't realize there's so much to it.
Yes. So now I will share this. Just a minute. What do you see? You see this is the site of the JNS.
Yeah, journal, right, JNS.
Yeah. You see this. In fact, as I told you, the online journal start to integrate the Rhoton collection into some of its papers and issues. You see, they added this link: show anatomy links. So, well, for example, this is a paper by Thomas, etc. Microsurgical anatomy of the central lobe. Okay, so this show anatomy links. I click on this. What happens is that whenever there is a word, a term that's an anatomical term, it will be underlined. I will click on it, and a slide from the collection will pop up. It's linked to the collection itself.
Oh.
And I can see it, and it is labeled here, and you can see it in 3D directly in the JNS2. Display in 3D. You see this?
Yes.
You can display it in 3D. Now it is in 3D.
Yes.
This is a very nice feature. They start to use it in some of the papers, not in all papers, but in fact I found several papers. And this is another paper, Microsurgical Anatomy of the Inferior, Limiting, Insular, and so on. Show anatomy links, and the same. You can see this, for example. This is optic radiation. You click on it, and you see the optic radiation coming from the collection. This is a very, very interesting, and it is very advanced use of the collection, in fact. And we hope that it is used by other, maybe someday will be used by other journals. Maybe it will be a common feature for other journals of medicine, not only in neurosurgery. So this is a very advanced step in neurosurgery, and I love this feature. This is one of the, as I said, this is the future. This is a step to the future. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I will go back to the lecture. So the other thing. So I talked about this. This is how the integration is done.
Okay.
The other thing is that you of course neurosurgeons know this. The microscope now, new microscope lines start to work in 3D. Okay, for example, this is the Leica microscope. That the screen is showing a 3D, not 2D, and this is a very good advancement because it is much different when you see the 3D image to realize the depth than to see a 2D. You know that in microscopical and scopical and now endoscopes and microscopes, you see on flat screens in 2D. So Leica started to work with the True Vision, which is one of the pioneers in the 3D technology in medicine, so that you can wear your glasses, your students wear their glasses, and you see you work in 3D, which help much appreciate the depth, and we definitely get better surgery with the 3D. You know this, okay? So this is the new. With this, in fact, when these were advertised, they put a workshop done by Dr. Jefferson. Who helped Rhoton. He presented Rhoton collection in the workshop for Leica, because this is where we can really get benefit from the Rhoton collection. The neurosurgeons will study 3D through Rhoton collection, and they work on 3D with the new devices that use the 3D integration in surgery. This is what the future will hold, in fact. Okay. So this is what the last message is. That is the take-home message that I believe in, is that Rhoton collection should be integrated in every neurosurgical and neuroanatomical curriculum, and the 3D capabilities in the collection should be taken in consideration to its best by making available the required 3D technologies into the educational system. And of course, passion and funding will make and keep the ultimate collection alive and free for every educational body. And I'm so thankful for your patience and for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ammar, for extensive look into the legend. It wasn't long, interacting with neurosurgeons before I started hearing the name from people like Slavin and other people like you. And I discovered that he was at the University of Florida, which I'm in Florida. I didn't even know about the man. But he apparently they have fellows that came there. He passed away in February, but came there from all over the world, from Japan, China, and the Middle East,
from Egypt, from Turkey, from Japan, everywhere. Yes.
Yeah, and they had fellows come and they spread the word. Now, one question I want to ask you, since you're a photographer, did Dr. Rhoton actually take pictures? Is he the one that took pictures of the anatomy, the real anatomy, or did his assistant take it?
In fact, in the workshop that I told you about in the American Association of Surgeons Conference, the members of the team came and they apologized because Rhoton couldn't came to the workshop. But they show us how they did it. In fact, the 3D, taking a 3D picture is not something easy. It's very difficult, and it has steps. And it was mainly taken by his students. But as I know that he has this the dissection, and the way how he colored the vessels and the material that is used for fixation, so that it looks the new fixing materials looks like real, not like the formalin. It will be more dull. So as I understand that, mainly he's not the one who takes 3D pictures. No, he was helped by a great team of assistants to take the 3D pictures, because it takes technologies. You should take two. The 3D picture, in fact, is two pictures off-site a little, so that you take a picture, you go off-site and take another picture, and then with photo editing programs, we put one on another accordingly, or beside, according to the type, whether it's TV or anaglyph or stereoscopy. So it is not an easy job, and it depends on the distance between the camera and the object. Sometimes we need to move in centimeters, and sometimes we may move in millimeters. So it's not an easy thing, but they pioneered it, and as you see, thousands of great slides are there and very precise work.
Just to be clear, what is accessible to the public and what is not accessible to this collection?
Yes. First of all, the videos are accessible to the public.
Okay.
They are available on YouTube and iTunes, and they are the same videos.
Okay.
The slides per se of the collection, in fact, they are not available to the public. Maybe I found some and shared on some sites or some journals, but the collection as a whole, it's password protected, in fact.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, although I'd say that is very useful, but still, in fact, it is password protected. And however, they don't like there's a free license to use it for education, except that when there's a watermark for Rhoton, we shouldn't remove it to credit the work to Dr. Rhoton. So any neurosurgeon like in the association, he can, as if he is part of an educational institution, he can help this institution to get these slides as far as he knows that they will use it properly for education and not for commercial purposes.
Okay, Mohammed and Slaven, do you have questions or comments?
Of course. Go on, Mohammed.
Slaven, please go on.
Well, I wanted to comment a bit more extensive, but this was really so magnificent to see such a representation about Rhoton collection. I found it on YouTube, and it was one of the reasons why I was fascinated by neurosurgery so much. I mean, all this visual field of knowledge comes into play. And as you were saying about the depth and about the surgical microscope, it's something so amazing that I think nothing can be compared. In this, I saw in one atlas on pediatric neurosurgery. I think this was Dr. Seti Rengahari. He commented that neurosurgeons are visual animals, and I was so captivated by this comment that always remembers me on the Rhoton collection and about these are so great slides, and I really didn't know. I think 90% of the things that you presented today. I did use Rhoton collection. I was captivated by it, but I only saw the videos. This brought it so thank you so much.
In fact, yes, in fact, I have some of the slides I've downloaded. I just want to show you the tracks. If you put your 3D now, I would like to show you if you allow me, Dr. Bennett.
Yes, of
Go ahead,
course.
Slaven.
Yes.
Put them on.
Yeah. Just because there are some of the slides that are really amazing and
Now we're
really
getting
make a
the
big
challenge,
difference.
Dr. Ammar here.
You just describe it, that's all.
Please, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Even in the small pictures, what I wanted to say is that in some slides you really need it to be seen in 3D, like the relation of the tracts, like the distribution of the tract, how it moves, how the tract is distributed from side to other, and the depth is very important to see how it moves and relation between a tract and another. And the structures are the same, the arteries and nerves. It makes a much different view and a much different understanding of the anatomical structure. So depth is really important. And
are the 3Ds available to anybody, or just you have to have a password to get into see the 3D?
The 3D videos, yeah, it's available also.
Oh, it's available
YouTube.
to anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
The video on 2D and 3D is available to anyone on YouTube.
Oh,
as I
okay.
said,
So we'll have to check that out.
This IFAANS channel, as I said, IFAANS channel. Right. There is in the playlist. There is Rhoton collection 2D and Rhoton collection 3D. So present. Yes, and if you completed the editing of this presentation, I will add it. I will give you the links. To the free links that anyone can get the video into.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll tell Simon to add send me the links. I'll just add them at the end.
Okay.
Very good. Well, I'd like to thank you, Ammar, for an excellent look into the legend.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the network issues for these 2 days.
Okay. That's okay.
That's crazy.
We're learning this tech, and it's not perfect, but thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
And thanks for
coming.
Thanks for coming, Mohammed, and
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Steven.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your attention. Thanks very much. You are great.
We look
team.
forward
Yeah,
to
you are a
more.
great team.
We look forward to more
Yes.
presentations from you.
Yes,
So,
next will be the following bullet. We hope to arrange something.
there we go. There we go. Thank you very much,
Okay.
and good night, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
Steven.